If I had $1 for every time a patient came into my office and asked me to test and treat them for parasites, I'd be rich. But in fact, most people don't have parasites. What they have is something called SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or even LIBO, large intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or just general dysbiosis, which is disharmony between the bacteria and other organisms in your microbiome. This is far more common than intestinal parasites, at least in the US, and depending if you're working with animals on a farm, you've traveled out of the country, or you eat a lot of raw fish or raw foods. I understand why people might think they have parasites because a lot of the symptoms are the same as SIBO, LIBO, and even Candida. And out of the hundreds of GI map tests that I've run, only a handful have actually come back positive for parasites. And this is looking at the DNA level of the parasites, not just the presence of the parasites themselves. So if you have any parasites in you, it's going to show up. And people tell me, well, I did a parasite cleanse and I actually did see parasites come out. And it's like, number one, first of all, how do you know that those were parasites? Number two, they probably weren't. It was probably more like intestinal lining, which is bad. We want to keep our intestinal lining strong and intact. We don't want to be losing that. So just be very careful with the cleanses that you see on here or that you do on your own. You want to make sure that you're really working with a provider.